Let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. Roman Reigns needs reinforcements to counter Solo Sikoa's bloodline. Jimmy Uso made his much-awaited return at the Bad Blood 2024 Premium Live event and helped Reigns and Cody Rhodes win their tag team match against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. He joined forces with the original tribal chief to take on the imposter faction. However, they still need more people to counter the 4 members of Bloodline 2.0. On the October 21 edition of Raw, Jacob Fatu cost Jey his WWE Intercontinental Championship, indicating that he will likely play an important role in the Bloodline saga in the coming days. In the upcoming episode of SmackDown, the Yeet Master may likely forgive Roman Reigns and join forces with him to reform the Og bloodline. Jimmy Uso could play a vital role in this reunion, as he was the one who convinced his twin to betray Reigns in the past. We saw Big Jim on the Red brand recently, trying to convince his brother to rejoin them against Solo's faction, but Jey Uso wasn't willing to talk. However, he showed up on the following SmackDown. In a backstage segment, while he still didn't give Roman time of day, Jey Uso smiled at his twin. This could have been a hint that he was willing to mend fences. Jimmy Uso could convince his former tag partner to put his differences with Reigns aside and join them in confronting Solo Sikoa and co. Jey Uso has kept himself away from the Bloodline saga and is still not on good terms with Reigns after losing to him at SummerSlam 2023. However, he never misses a chance to talk about the Bloodline and, more specifically, the original tribal chief. In an interview with Gorilla Position after WrestleMania 40, he was asked if he still considered Roman Reigns his tribal chief, despite what happened between them. He said Roman Reigns would always be his tribal chief, as he had brought them to the Promised Land. The dramatic family saga between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns has captivated WWE fans, blending family loyalty, betrayal, and power struggles in a storyline that is both personal and intense. Jey Uso, who was torn between loyalty to his family and his desire to break free from Roman Reigns' controlling grip, recently made a bold decision to leave SmackDown and join Raw, distancing himself from Roman's influence and the Bloodline faction. However, recent developments and actions by another influential WWE figure, Randy Orton, have fueled speculation about the possibility of Jey forgiving Roman and reuniting with his family. Randy Orton, an 8-time WWE champion and legend in his own right, has often played a powerful role in shaping WWE narratives, and his actions on Raw could serve as a catalyst in Jey's complex relationship with Roman. Let's explore how Orton's influence might impact Jey's decision, and whether Jey could find it in his heart to forgive Roman after everything that's happened. The storyline between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso has been building for years, ever since Roman reinvented himself as the tribal chief. As the undisputed leader of the Bloodline, Roman took on a more ruthless persona, wielding power over his family members, including his cousins, the Usos. Jey, once loyal and supportive, began to feel increasingly oppressed under Roman's control, particularly as Roman manipulated family loyalty to maintain his dominance. Roman's attempts to maintain control over the Bloodline often placed Jey in difficult situations, from forcing him to take a subordinate role to demanding unwavering allegiance. Roman left Jey feeling trapped. This tension culminated in Jey's defection to Raw, a bold move that left many fans wondering if the rift between the cousins had become irreparable. Yet, with the recent appearance of Randy Orton, there might be a chance for reconciliation. Randy Orton, a veteran and 8-time WWE champion, has often been a mentor and an enforcer within the WWE Universe. Known for his methodical and psychological approach to the business, Orton's actions on Raw carry weight and have the power to influence other superstars. In the case of Jey Uso, Orton's mentorship could serve as a guiding force, showing him that sometimes alliances, Even family alliances can be reevaluated and mended under the right circumstances. Orton is no stranger to faction dynamics and family betrayals. He has both created and destroyed alliances, knowing firsthand the power struggles that come with being part of a team or family. His experience within Evolution, Legacy, and his rivalries with stars like John Cena and Triple H have taught him the importance of loyalty, but also the necessity of independence. Watching Orton's calculated maneuvers on Raw could prompt Jey to reconsider his stance, opening him up to the possibility that loyalty to family doesn't necessarily mean subservience. Another crucial aspect of this storyline is Jey's ongoing search for his identity outside of Roman's shadow. Joining Raw allowed him to step out on his own, but the emotional impact of leaving his family lingers. Raw has given Jey an opportunity to showcase his talent and break free from the bloodline's oppressive hierarchy, but at the same time, he still grapples with the residual conflict of turning his back on his family. This internal struggle is intensified by the WWE Universe's expectations. Fans still see him as part of the bloodline and view his actions through the lens of his family dynamics. Randy Orton's influence could potentially help Jey reconcile his quest for independence with his family loyalties. As Orton has often walked the line between allegiance and independence, his guidance could help Jey realize that he doesn't have to choose between loyalty and self-identity. In Orton, Jey might see a way to reclaim his family ties without compromising his autonomy. If Jey were to forgive Roman, it wouldn't be the first time a WWE superstar reconciled with a former ally or family member after a deep betrayal. Forgiveness, even in the face of betrayal, is a powerful theme in wrestling. In this case, Orton could provide the nudge Jey needs to understand that forgiving Roman doesn't mean giving up his independence. Roman's desire for control is rooted in his own fear of vulnerability, as he constantly seeks to maintain power over those closest to him. Jey's departure may have forced Roman to reflect on the damage caused by his need for dominance. If Roman were to show any signs of humility or remorse, a big if, given his current character, Jey might be more inclined to forgive. Orton's experience and wisdom could serve as the bridge between Jey's desire for freedom and his lingering loyalty to family, potentially leading him back to Roman under a new, more balanced dynamic. Since Jey's move to Raw, fans have been vocal about their desire for a bloodline reunion, albeit under different terms. Many fans feel that Jey and Roman's storyline is far from over and that a reconciliation could create a new chapter for the bloodline. However, for Jey to consider rejoining Roman, certain conditions would need to be met, primarily a shift in how Roman treats his family members. One possibility fans are considering is that Roman might eventually recognize the importance of treating his family as equals, rather than as subordinates. If Roman were to show genuine respect for Jey's independence and acknowledge his contributions as an equal partner, it could pave the way for a reconciliation. Such a shift could also benefit the bloodline as a faction, adding depth to its storyline and revitalizing fan interest. If Jey were to forgive Roman and return to the bloodline, it could signal a shift in the power dynamics within the faction. A return that is based on mutual respect rather than dominance could make the bloodline even stronger. Roman's acknowledgement of Jey as an equal would not only restore family unity, but also enhance the bloodline's credibility as a faction founded on loyalty rather than fear. This evolution in the bloodline's dynamic could make for some highly compelling storytelling. With Randy Orton's guidance, Jey could bring new energy to the group, helping Roman and the others see that strength doesn't come from control, but from genuine loyalty and respect. By moving past old grudges, Jey could help reshape the bloodline's narrative, making it more resilient and setting it up for a long-term success.